out here. It's all about, I think, personality traits and characteristics. Age plays a part, I think, but it's like if you flawed as a young person, you just flawed. If you flawed as an old person, you just flawed. We all are flawed, but it's all about the type of flaws. You get where I'm coming from? Just like the peanut butter goes with the jelly.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Now tuning in to the Awkward Thinking Podcast.
Welcome back to the Awkward Thinking Podcast. I'm your boy Nas, aka Sticks.
What up, I'm Vince.
And we are the friends you never knew you needed. All that in a bag of chips, a safe space for weird thoughts. Awkward Thinkers. White people class, we usually have buttons. I know we always tell our guests it's a little awkward without buttons, but you know, it's edited and shit.
Okay.
Exactly. Make sure y'all giving us some streams for the pod to keep growing. Make sure you tell your auntie, your grandma, your drunk uncle, all that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So, yeah, we do, man. Tell the people who you is and who you ain't, man.
I appreciate that. If y'all don't know, my name Chris Mack. Everybody know me as Mack. I got the Mack brand clothing.
So, you know, your brand popping and stuff like that. Has it been a surplus of pussy thrown your way?
You crazy as hell. Yeah, man, that shit come. You know, the more you grow, the more you start getting motion, man. You know, that shit just come anyway, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta, you know, stay afloat and stay disciplined.
Yeah, that's the best part.
For real, man, because that shit can be too much of a distraction, man. Mm-hmm. And then nowadays, you know, females be wanting so fucking much. Mm-hmm. You know, they want the money, they want the baby, they want you to do this, pay a bill, all type of shit. I ain't with all that. Unless you my girlfriend, feel me? Other than that, we ain't tricking. You think that? Hell nah.
We was asking around like people who we know from dating and people we know that went to Central around the same time you probably did. Yeah. And they said you was Mr. Bitches.
Yeah, they did say you was Mr. Bitches for a long time, man. Not a lot of people could be Mr. Bitches for a long time.
Hey, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I had a good time in Central for real. I tell people that all the time, man. For real, just off the strength, like even when I crossed over, you know, it just really just came a lot of attention, and they was coming left or right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you ain't even have to do homework. Yeah, that's just how easy it became for real. You know what I'm saying? But it get crazy after a while because you gotta get everybody attention.
Yeah, and then, but all right, so you had so many. Even though we talking about that, but the longevity of pivots, like how did the dreams change each time? Because you talked about you was going into business corporate. And then you went from, you know, just other things. So how did you pivot and be like, this is what I want to do. This is what's going to make me and my homies get to the next level.
Right. See, I always had an entrepreneur mindset, even as when I was young. You know, from selling Kool-Aid, cutting grass, shoveling snow, selling shoes. You know, like we used to sell Kool-Aid all the time, man. You know, and then like when I came to Central, you know, I was a basketball star. I didn't really know too much about going to school and all that. But like once I got there, you know, it was people that actually care. You know what I'm saying? That look like you. Yeah. So it was like they start, you know, inspiring me, showing me like how you wear your suit. You know, shout out to Miss Harper in the Career Center.
Yes, sir.
She really like she changed me. Like you feel me? Just into a young black African American, you know, successful young man. You know what I'm saying? Just guiding me through the way, showing me like how to dress for interviews, what to say in interviews, a little star method, like you know, connecting me with jobs, you know. But clothes was always my thing, man. You know, and I had a brand before I came to Central. It was called God Over Everything. It was just like for some money at the time. I was young. Yeah. But you know, I always had a style of like putting pieces together and wearing stuff different from everybody else. I would like get shirts made, hoodies made. Go get the hoodie from H&M and get like an old vintage like picture from back in the day, like maybe a Chris Rock or you know, just something that just stood out. I would wear it, you know, and I got compliments from two people. I swear to God, I gotta shout them out to this day. It's Zabria from Chicago and Spank from Detroit. They was the ones that first, like, you
Spanker
know,
guy, yeah.
You feel me? Like, noticed it, you feel me? And that's when I just was like, all right, I'll keep doing, but it had to something that had to like make me want to do it. Once I got into corporate, I'm like, oh yeah, that's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me at all.
Like you said, the corporate wasn't for you. How'd you find that out? You said in 2019, like during COVID and stuff?
Well, COVID didn't start until I actually transitioned to a different job. I went from a financial auditor to actually into sales. Sales was the route that I really wanted to go. So when I got an opportunity, I started working for another 500 Fortune company. And when I got on there, like I ended up controlling 5 locations. You know, they was a little bit distant from each other. I got a company car. I mean, I was living for real. But I just knew like the same energy I could put into that, I could put into my own brand. And I was actually working both at the time, but it was like, you know, dealing with two bad girls, like you can't really handle them both, like, because they're going to both require attention. You got to figure out which one you're going to really give the most attention to.
Facts.
You feel me? So I chose wisely. I'm going to go this route. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, the job always gonna be there. I did what I was supposed to do. Got my degree.
Yep.
Now that's my backup. If anything all fails, if I said it to this day, like if my brand flop, I'm going back to work. That's just what it is.
That's real.
You feel me? Just because like I know how to run it up in sales, you know, just to make conversations and get money.
Yeah.
So you basically, are you saying that you did have a safety net as a plan B? Like, all right, if this shit don't work, I know I'm going back this way.
That's that degree.
But see, I always knew the brand was gonna work. I just knew like it could be hiccups at certain times. It ain't always gonna be peaches and cream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like if it ever get to that point where it gets super low,
Yeah.
you gotta go back to work. You
Yeah.
feel me? Just because you gotta stay disciplined, you gotta keep that vision.
Yeah.
Like a job damn near make you like want to get out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, and always like stay hungry and like, man, I gotta make my vision come true. I can't come back to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That take a lot of confidence to walk away though, especially from
When
a
you got
Fortune
money.
500 company.
You get
I
money,
don't know if it
company
was
car,
right
you know what I'm
college,
saying?
but, you know,
I was lit.
Benefits.
I was lit, especially them benefits. Tell niggas all the time, man, get you a job with some benefits.
Yeah, that medical
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
no hoe.
For sure. If you can't figure it out, you'll figure it out once you get in there. Because you get inspired once you get a job.
That's true. So we do this thing with all our guests, just for our listeners, whatever they doing, whatever they out there doing, for somebody that's successful to give a life lesson from a fuck up. And it doesn't have to be like I tarnished my whole life, I did this, X, Y, and Z. It can be something very simple, or it can be something real deep. So, what is your life lesson from a fuck up?
Just stay consistent, you know, and never regret too much, because it's just a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? You can't control everything, you know, just learn from it and just keep moving forward. And like I said, just stay consistent. It's the biggest way for real.
So what built that consistency for you?
I would say, man, just, you know, just not trying to keep fucking up so much, and just really just because I wanna be at a certain level where I can give back to my family. You know what I'm saying? You know, I done seen certain situations. I done seen people, you know, that I looked up to, and you know, I'm kind of in a better position than them. You know, so if I could get to a certain level where I could help them and put them in a better position, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So do you was age ever a concept for you? Like, I gotta make it by 25. I gotta be a millionaire by this age. Yeah.
I was the one that used to plan like that. I'm gonna keep it 100, just because, like, you know, I only wanted to spend 5 years in corporate, you know, and I felt like at 25 I should have been at a certain level, you know, but I'm just learning that, you know, you just can't really control certain things. You just gotta go with time. You know, some millionaires didn't make it to like 36, 35. I'm only 28. You know, I still got time for real. And the more that I just kind of like, you know, enjoying the moment, you know, and just keep working hard, you know, and never settling. It's just like, you know, I just appreciate everything that's going on, and appreciate and grateful for where God got me at.
So do you ever get like in that human aspect of like, I don't want to say envy or anything or jealousy or something like that, but you was like, I know my shit harder than this, and these niggas is blowing up this and this and that. Do you ever had that human emotion of like, man, this could be me?
I try not to really be too invested into you know, what really be going on, because man, I really be trying to like figure out how can I really get us to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got really people that's looking up to me, you know, especially like, but I do have moments where I do get down, where I get clouded, you know, I can't come up with something. I got so much going on that I get overwhelmed, you know, I get no moments where I just get down, you know. So it's just like I got to just try to come back. But outside of that, man, you know, I don't really focus too much on what people got going on because it's just like your lane is better, you know, and you just try to, you know, help out as much as you can with certain people and just appreciate life, man. Yeah.
I'm hearing, like, as you talk, you keep saying us and you keep saying, like, I'm doing this for the weed and all that.
Yeah, and man, so, ain't no I in team, man.
Yeah. And, like, again, we ask questions about you. We ask people about you. And aside from the Mr. Bitches, we just heard, like, all good things. Nobody really threw dirt on your name.
Thank you.
And so, like, as somebody in your position, a lot of times niggas go on an ego trip or they aren't able to be humble or able to, you know, do the things that you're doing. How are you maintaining that that mindset of it's we and not just me?
Man, because, like, you know, like, to be honest, I always, you know, kept myself around older people, you know, so it's like they remind me of, like, it's not a rush, you know, always keep you a job, you know what I'm saying, no matter if whatever you're doing on the side. So it's like just learning from that path and just learning that, you know, like if you the leader and everybody, you know, look up to you and they actually respect you, you know, like you always got to remember that it ain't just some solo, you know, you got to remember that it's a unit because it don't just take one to get to the top, it take a whole village, you know.
Facts.
For real, just because, like, you don't understand how much you can actually do with 10 people versus yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. Like, if it was just y'all two trying to make this happen and y'all ain't had nobody to set up. Like, if you had 10 people in here, y'all had all this set up, you feel me? You would have somebody in the back, have somebody holding the cameras, watching the door. You feel me? Because now y'all able to get something done.
Yeah. But we got people like Sharice that don't like to come to work.
Trying to bring Sharice, let me find out you don't want to go to work.
She don't like to be in the back all the time, you know what I mean? She like to go out, Atlanta, Detroit, and all that.
Okay, man.
You know what I mean?
Hit the road.
So I seen that Playboy concept. Take me how you got to there. I want to see how you got to that Playboy concept.
To be honest, man, listen, man, it's a couple of things. My brand is really provocative. I just haven't really had a chance to really put a lot of the concepts that I really want to put out. But, man, I used to watch wrestling, and, like, I got hip to Playboy at an early age, for real. You know, and I just really used to love titties. Like, so it was this thing, like, I would never forget, like, that Playboy just, you know, so it was a way that I always, like, looked up to Hugh Hefner. Like, how it wasn't like how many bitches he had. It was just the respect level of, like, these bitches respect him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, people would call it a pimp, but I mean.
For sure. You know, I started to tweet today, like, man, they need to bring that back, pimping back. You know what I'm saying?
Why do they, it's too much, you feel like it's too much simping going on?
It's too much simping going on because you supposed to sip on only one girl that you actually fuck with and she fuck with you. Niggas is making it hard out here, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they giving, like, the girls that really didn't get no attention for real, like, they giving them more attention for real, you know, and they they're giving them the leeway where they feel like they ain't got to work in that.
But is that wrong though? You know what I mean? Like, listen, I've had some simping times in my life, some bad simping times.
I think we all have.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I think just niggas is just making it too easy. Like, you know, like just find at least a couple.
Is the niggas with the bag making it too easy, or is just the regular niggas making it too easy?
I mean, I think it's all of us. We gotta hold ourselves accountable as men. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like, it's just like if like what he say in that song, if you want the Chanel bag, what you gonna do for the Chanel bag?
Yeah, that's valid though.
Like, you ain't gotta just really do something sexual. You gonna come down here and break these boxes down. You gonna come, like, you feel me? You gonna take these
gonna sell some shirts
packages to the motherfucking post office, or you gonna stand on the corner for 4 hours for just until I get done with my errands. Like, They don't be one doing, you feel me? But I don't diss women, you know. I love women, you know. At the end of the day, I just feel like at some type of common ground, like we gotta meet each other in the halfway for real. Cause right now, I just told him like, you know, like as a culture, we beefing right now. Why is we beefing?
I think because I you know, we just had this conversation at the crib. I feel like we beefing only because it's access. You know what I mean? A lot of shit is not internal no more. You know what I mean? Because I feel like social media and transparency don't mix. It's too much openness.
Yeah.
And it need to be it needs to be closed doors. You know what I mean? Everybody don't need to know what happens behind closed doors. That concept is thrown out the window. And now we just, well, I'm feeling this way and this, she need to do this and this and this and that. We ain't know what granddad needed, but granddad had a piece of chicken and some all that on the table. You know what I mean? He ain't say on social media that he needed X, Y, and Z. He need a woman to do this. She did it when he or she met his requirements. She met his requirements, and then that's how it was, and vice versa.
I just hope we get it together as a culture.
I don't think we ever is.
Because, like, you feel me? And if I can help, if I could start, you can start, and you can start with. We just need to, bro. Because just like the things I be seeing, sometimes I be disgusted on just like how we tear each other down for real. You know, like sometimes it be funny, but it just be like at the end of the day, it be like, damn. We look bad for real, but we just got to continue on to just support each other, man, because I don't like that.
I think what a lot of it is just people trying to send shots on Twitter and trying to get engagement up. And so it's like, if I'm on Twitter and right now what's trending is talking about niggas, I'm going to only talk about niggas. I'm going to always explore the bad stuff and vice versa with niggas. If I know that if I'm out here calling females bitches and I'm referring to them in certain manners and that's going to get me engagements, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And even people, I think another problem is people got to get off the fake profiles. We got to leave them fake profiles alone. It'll be.
It's probably some white person doing all that.
It'd be the fucking profiles and it'll say some offhand shit and it'd be like, oh, black women don't deserve air or some shit.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, oh, this is a black man's profile.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody saying shit like this in real life. Ain't nobody really, and I ain't gonna say they ain't saying shit like that, but ain't nobody going to this extent in real life. And I think we see it so much on social media that we start thinking we live in it. I ain't beefing with no black woman. I ain't got no problem with.
Oh, my mama. I love black women.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's just too
today.
constant for us. It's too constant in our face for us to all walk away from it. So we feel like we live in it because other niggas on social media live in it.
Yeah.
So who's your let's say for your feminine pieces that you do put out? Well, most of your, do you have more unisex or feminine?
I really have unisex. We getting ready. We making a revamp right now. We just moved out of we're getting ready to move out of our space at the Oregon District October 31st. Currently looking for a new spot. And you'll start seeing more feminine pieces.
Yeah.
Because that's always been like my go-to.
Do you feel like who is your inspiration when you like she cold? I want to see her in my brand. Who's that top 5?
Man, I would say Des Dior for sure.
That's cold. That's a cold. I got excited for that one.
What's her name? What's the one girl? I like to see Ice Spice in mine. Maybe like a crop top or something. Coley LeRae. What's
Coy
her name?
LeRae,
Yeah,
You
for
was gonna say
sure.
her.
Her. Ari definitely. And what would be another girl? Mariah the Scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely love to see them in my brand for sure. Especially on these next few pieces that I got for sure.
Have you ever like you know how some people send stuff to celebrities? Have you ever gotten to like work with celebrities with some of your stuff?
Yeah, I definitely been able to work with a couple people, man. Shout out to, Los and Nutty from Detroit. I've been able to work with them just far as like, giving them some attire and putting that in their music videos. So I appreciate them, 1,000% because they, they always show love. I show the love back, and we just putting on that, that we could show that. Cities can work together.
So you brought some people with you, man. Let's get the light. Let's shine a light on the people you brought.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I got my day one. I call him Eduardo.
Y'all can come in the camera. You know what I mean?
This is actually one of my business partners with the label, CEO of the label. He also is a artist as well. I got my OG G Field, me and G Field Matt when I first started for real, and he came up to me and asked me, he was talking to me about like he wanted to start something for his daughter and everything, anything he ever needed, I'm definitely showing because he'd do the same for me. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate that, man. It's been like he is my official little brother. We just have different mothers and fathers, but no, his mama treat me that good. You feel me? And my family that he's been around treat him the same. It's kind of like we just naturally clicked. I don't want to take all the camera time, but I came to a fashion show, and it was nice, too. He had through a fashion show, and I just enjoyed myself. It was nice. It was people there from different cities, different states, people with Range Rovers.
OG a real legend, for real. I ain't
People
gonna
were
lie.
off-white, so I had some of his shit on, and it was nice, man. And at the end, he asked me, how was it? I'm like, I said, you got that off. And that was that, man. And it's been going ever since strong. It was going strong before then because he sent me some merch. And I'm like, I ain't wearing it. And I got my proof of how I put that shit on. And I put it on right. On the OG side now. Yeah. He ain't have to worry like, oh, damn, OG got the fat jeans on. It's drowning the shoe. My hoodie ain't looking right on him. It was that. No, all jokes to the side, though. So I just always appreciate the love that I get shown. Because I think, like y'all spoke about age earlier, and I don't feel like there's no barriers with nothing, man, out here. It's all about, I think, personality traits and characteristics. Age plays a part, I think, but it's like if you flawed as a young person, you just flawed. If you flawed as an old person, you just flawed. We all are flawed, but it's all about the type of flaws. You get where I'm coming from? Just like the peanut butter goes with the jelly. Or the I want to tell them a little bit about my brand. Chris helped me start this. Chris Mack helped me start this and hold that for me. And what happened, it originally started as just one shirt. I actually have the second shirt that I dropped from my brand. This was dropped in February. The pieces that I drop are normally limited. If they can zoom in, this tag right here is when I first started. This is number 48 of 60. So I had 60 long sleeve of this print, and I had 60 short sleeve acid wash black, and they kind of caught on. I think my daughter, her popularity plays a part in it. She was known. She passed away in a tragic car accident, and that's how the brand got started. Yeah, thank you. And she's on my neck, so she's with me most days when I wear this.
Every day.
Yeah, she's with me every day. But I'm saying now I'm letting them know if they zoom in that she's been memorialized in rose gold, and quality stones. And that's not a braggadocious type of thing. That's just the sentimental value that I place on my family. Yeah. So I chose to memorialize them in that one way. But another way was just to start this line for my baby. And then Chris Mack, I told him, like, look, I said, I ain't trying to do exactly what you doing. I had to let that be known because sometimes people see what you doing and they do want to jump on that train, and that's fine. But even Chris Mack said, listen, man, I might give you this recipe, but your sauce might not come out the same. He said it in a different way, though. So you might not have that wave like Chris Mack. They might not be lined up for you outside the store like they is for Chris Mack on pop-ups and drops. That needs to be notated. What people don't really realize, man, it don't really cost shit to be trill and to say what's real and what's already being seen. A lot of people sit back and see things and don't speak on, but they speak on the F stuff. They don't speak on the trill stuff. Trill means true and real. But they quick to speak on, like you said earlier, we tearing each other down. Not we, because I don't do that, because we uplift each other. And I ain't perping. He's selling the most, and I'm like right there up under him. What I need to say? I'm just telling the truth. The truth is what shall set you free. But it's not about sales, because Chris Mack told me some real shit. That is one part of it. But it's a part about people knowing about your brand. And it's also about withstanding upon quality.
Working.
And you got to stay working. Like right now, I have to finalize some designs, so I'm about to turn the mic back over, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all brothers, man. Y'all went to school with my brother right here. They think I damn near went to Central High, swag through that motherfucking homecoming this past week. I had so much fun, you hear me? I had fun though, man. But thanks for having me. And then I will be back when y'all have me to talk about my brand. And then Chris Mack can sit over to the side and come and pop it like this. Yeah, no problem. If you will have me, I will be more than glad to come and have my way. Okay, there it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The KBCapsuleCollection.com is the website. KBCapsuleCollection.com is the website. And everything is almost sold out. But we coming with some new joggers, man, for November. Chris Mack gave me that game, too. I got to have something for you every month. man. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, shout out to, I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
That was some nice words.
No, it was. No, so I wanna just even seeing that, it was like, you ever think about, I know we just talked about the music and stuff, but have you ever thought about making a label of fashion, like people to make the brand better?
What you mean by that?
Like a label, like, you know how like ASAP Rocky and stuff, they got the, you know, ASAP Mob and stuff like that. You can have the Mac Mob and everybody just have a design of,
sure.
you know what I mean?
The Mac Mob sound.
Because you know why? Because I always thought about, like, my peoples be like, man, you got to get a Mac chain. And, you know, like, I'm the type of person, if I get a chain, I got to get all my peoples that held it down the chain for real. You know, so it's just like, do I really want them to walk around with like just a Mac pendant? Like, we got to come up with something. For real. So I don't know, man. I like the Mac Mob. You know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like that would be, you know, even that, like, you know, he just said, you know, the sauce might be different. Everybody, you know, rap different. You know what I mean? Everybody got, even with podcasts, people would have, like, it's 85 South Show, it might be Poor Minds, but they all still under the same umbrella. You know what I mean? But they just produce a little bit different things. So I feel like,
I like
you know
that,
what I mean?
bro. We got CEO of the label, Cherish Every Opportunity. That's the label. It's been established since 2020. So, you know, that's something I came up with, the name and everything.
Okay, I got two questions, but I just want to know, like, how was your parents? Like, how was your parents in your upbringing? How were they influential within your upbringing?
Man, I love my parents, man. Them like my best friends, man. You know, we might not see eye to eye, but I mean, they groomed me to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? I give them really all the credit for real and God, just for the simple fact that, you know, they always, you know, even if they didn't believe in the vision, like, you know, it's been times where I would have a crazy idea. And I'll tell my mom as a kid, like, you know, on an entrepreneur level, she'll just be like, it's crazy, but she'll still help you, like, fund it and still see, like, and she'll see
it through,
Yeah, for sure. So just the fact that, like, they always supported me in whatever decision I made, whether it was a good decision or a bad decision. I wouldn't even call it a bad decision. I would just be, like, more so like a decision that they really didn't understand. So, like, they just always supported me through it all. You know, they worked a lot. Like, my stepdad, you know, him and my mom got together when I was, like, 2. My biological father, he was, like, in and out of prison for real. And then he passed away when I was in, like, the 7th grade. So, but other than that, like, I always been under my mom, you know, and she kind of played the mom and dad role. She was real strict, you know, like whoopings and all that, you know, but she always showed me love, you know, and showed me that I can do whatever I wanted to do. She introduced me to, what was it? It was this, I don't know what it was called. What was that? It was a store called, they sold clothes. I don't know if it was Toys R Us, but it was a brand.
Children's Place?
Yeah, I think it was. But look, hey, look, they used to do fashion shows, and my mom put me in a fashion show as a kid at an early age. It was like she seen something for real. You know, she always kept me fly as hell too, though. That's why I really learned, like, that fashion shit for real. Like I'm better with her with pieces now. Like, she know now. She come to me with the sauce now. But with that jewelry, she next level with that motherfucker, for real. Hell yeah. Goals and all that.
Gotta get her on the show then.
Yeah, nah. I fuck with my mom. She don't really like the cameras and shit. I think that's where I get that from, for real. Yeah. But she like to, like, flex.
Yeah.
You gotta catch her flex. You don't, like, catch her on the internet flexing. Yeah.
So, also, you are a young black man coming up in the fashion industry, doing your own thing, creating your own pieces and stuff. And over time, things have changed, but I know that, like, what you're doing right now, that dream you chasing, isn't always looked at as something for us, for black men, especially straight black men coming up. We are not expected to do those kind of roles and positions. So did you ever run into, like, any negative things with trying to chase this? Like, were there any negative stereotypes or thoughts put on you?
Yeah, man, you gotta think though. You coming from like a suit and tie. I'm coming from like a stage where everybody see me with a suit and tie and a fade to seeing me like with 2-string twists in my hair to like seeing me with sweatsuits on all the time, for real. And now, and you might see me fried just because, like, but in the same sense, you don't know what's really going on. I might just need to get relaxed for a minute, or I just need to get in another space. And I love being in another space sometimes because I get to vision new things and come up with new things. So I definitely, dealt with it because it was like how I'm gonna get looked at. Yeah. Especially like my brand is provocative. You know how people gonna feel with seeing certain sayings and they support me. But it's good to put it out because it's like you, like OG said, you separate the real and the fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no fake people around. Yeah. Because at that point I start thinking like, damn, how long you been fake?
Yeah, that's how I be feeling about Vince. You know what I mean?
You gotta watch out for it.
But it's about that time where we leave you with a positive message to get through the week. Special guest, what is your positive message to get through the week?
Man, my positive message that I just thought about yesterday, man, before I went to the barbershop. No matter what, man, when you feel like you if you had like a set goal and you accomplish something, never just settle, man. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Never get too comfortable because it's like, even when you feel like you achieve, it's never enough, So just always just remember to stay consistent, man. For sure. Keep God first.
What's your positive message, Vince?
If I was to anything, I don't know, if I was to take anything away from this episode, I would say stick to it. Like he said, stick to it. Have that community mindset as you come up. And then also have the confidence to be able to move within your purpose, however you see fit. So however you want to do your journey, however you want to do it, have the confidence to take that next step and succeed or
love
whatever.
what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
I seen my positive message to get through the week. I seen something on Reddit, and it said people's creativity don't age, their ambition do. So I think that's like one of those things of, throughout life, you never change of what you can do. It's just people think the age is the stopping point. And I feel like from this episode, we've just seen different variations and different, gems and things of that nature that we can push through. And it doesn't have an age limit on when you stop. You know what I mean? Your time might be 65 and you might be lit at 65. But that's your gift to the world, Yeah. So that's my positive message. I'm Nas.
I'm Vince.
Special guest.
I'm Mac.
Tell them there where they can find you, where they can, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, find us on social media, the official Mac brand. Also, go check out I dropped the album probably like a month ago. It's under CEO the label. Also, you probably can look under Mac brand. And also, we get the website, macbrand.com. Like I said, we will be closing the shop, so just stay on tune. Follow us on Instagram. You'll get hit up with all the latest updates. And, I'll pull up on you. We back trapping out the van.
Thank you for being awkward with us. See ya next week.